Hi, this is Frugina Varga with Puralive. Today I'd like to introduce you to one of my favorite desserts, the raw chocolate. It's very simple and it's very fast to make, especially for super busy moms like I am. I'd like you to follow me if you like to create this amazing recipe. So, the number one ingredient is raw coconut butter. Coconut butter is essentially coconut puree, and I particularly like to use the Artisanal brand. You can use whatever brand you like, but this one I trust. It's organic, it's non-GMO, and I know what's inside. The next ingredient is the cacao powder, raw organic cacao powder. Really good antioxidants and high in magnesium, iron, and gives you a lot of energy, also curbs the appetite. Next ingredient I like to use is maca powder. Maca powder gives you a little pickup, kind of like a substitution for coffee. If you drink coffee and like to get rid of coffee, I like to use this, especially in the afternoon when I mix it in and have a little bite, and there you go. You can get all the way through the evening. For sweetener, I like to use the the maple syrup today, but you can also use agave or raw honey if you're not vegan. Maple syrup gives it a little more earthy flavor from the tree. It's delicious, and so we're going to use that today. I like to use the vanilla bean because the vanilla bean is more potent and more really different than the extract itself. But today, just because we're very busy, I like to use the extract. So with no alcohol, it gives it a little bit of vanilla flavor. So to continue, what you want to do first is warm up the coconut butter in warm water, okay? So you're going to take a big pot with water in it, and you're going to place it inside and just warm it up so that it can be a little bit more liquidy and can come out of the jar very easy, okay? So for extra ingredients, you can actually use anything you like, any addition. I like to use fresh blueberries, fresh raspberries, but essentially you can add anything you want. So now we're back, and I'm going to take out the coconut butter and put it in the bowl, and it should be nice and liquidy for the most part. You can also shake it or just take a spoon and kind of start scooping it out one by one. Maybe I'll use the metal spoon for this. Here we go. And once it starts coming out, then it's going to be very easy. Whoop, there you go. Makes a nice big sound. And you scrape out the rest. So you just have to warm it up to the point where it's nice and creamy and not so solid, because then it's going to be harder to stir. And oopsie. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, most of the coconut butter is out. Okay, then you take your cacao, and you can pretty much use half a bag of cacao powder until you cannot see the white anymore in the underneath. And so you can start mixing it up with your left and right hand. And stir it. Yes, honey.
I love you.
I love you so much. I love you too, baby. I'm making raw chocolate.
We see.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't cut it.
I'm not going to cut it.
Can you hear not? Because I want to eat the whole thing.
You want to eat the whole thing? Well, you're gonna have to sit up here. I don't know if this is okay. Sit here, okay? Okay.
Yay, make chocolate.
Yes.
Can
It's
I-
so tasty.
can-
It's not ready yet.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Then we're gonna put maca powder in it. You probably want to use 2 tablespoons or so. Once I can open it. So maca powder is, you want to use it if you want to have this awakening effect. Okay, so I'm just going to do it like this. Pour it in approximately. You want to help me? Thank you. Okay, and now we're going to continue with some sweetener.
Okay.
So with the sweetener, we have to actually open the whole thing.
Delicious.
Delicious!
Delicious.
Yep. And I like to use, today we're going to use maple syrup, as I mentioned earlier. You can use agave. If you're diabetic, you can use stevia, I say. You probably just need a few drops of stevia for the entire thing. So you don't need to have, thank you for helping, Jaden. Whee! So you keep mixing while this whole thing is going to be a big, mushy, hot fudge. I mean, not hot fudge, but warm fudge. And you just add the maple syrup to it so it's nice and creamy. See how beautiful and creamy it is, Jaden?
Yeah.
It's going to be delicious. Yeah.
Can I eat it now?
In a moment. First, we're going to mix it all up. Mix it all up. So now I'm going to take the spoon out because it's kind of in the way. And we don't need it anymore. And I'm just going to keep going with the yummy chocolate.
Yay! I love you.
I love you too. Okay, and so this is the point when you want to add in the blueberries or raspberries or whatever you wish to add to it. It's pretty much nice and fudgy. Usually you can already.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! So the last ingredient you want to add is vanilla. And the vanilla, you just add a little bit. Honey, sit down, baby. Sit down, baby. You can just have that. Okay, so you just want to have a little bit of vanilla just for flavor, okay? And a few drops, a little teaspoon, whatever you prefer, however strong of a vanilla flavor you like to have. And you just mix it all up again until it's nice and all distributed really well. Delicious, delicious. Look at this, Jaden. All right. All mixed up.
I don't know what this is.
So now you have, you might see a little bit of white chunks of coconut butter in the chocolate, but that's fine because when you put it in the refrigerator afterwards, it's just going to be so delicious, melting in your mouth when you start eating it. So for storage, I like to use ice trays. Ice trays are giving you the opportunity to actually distribute it really well and just take out a piece of chocolate in afterwards once it's cooled down and the butter hardened, the coconut butter hardened. And so it will be a nice portion for you for the day. You can cut those in smaller pieces or just have the whole thing all at once. Now, would you like to taste it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a little taste. Whoa, that was a big piece. How is it? Delicious, huh?
Yeah.
So good. I love it. All right, perfect. So now it's ready to put it into the ice tray. You can use any type of little container also. Sometimes we use big jars to take it to go, so you can actually put it back right into your coconut butter jar to recycle the jar as well. But with the ice tray, you can distribute it, as I talked to you about that earlier. So we're going to do that. So now I place the chocolate into the ice tray, and you want to put it into the refrigerator for about an hour, at least an hour, so that it gets nice and solid and the coconut butter hardens. And this way you can just cut it up, take it out from the ice tray individually, cut it up, portion it up, or just have the whole thing all at once. So please subscribe below and follow us on the website. Thanks for watching.